السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Inshallah, today we will continue what we have already accomplished the previous lessons. We will continue unit 1, check our lifestyles, and today we will cover lessons 7 and 8. So if we want to recall what we have taken before, we have covered the grammar, the present simple, but if we want to focus on the previous lesson, what we have taken is we listened to an audio talking about one of your favorite players. His name is Musa, and we also talked about how to pronounce the two words do and you together as one word. Okay, and I remember that I gave you a homework, and I'm sure that all of you have done your homework. So let's see the homework. But if we are going through the lesson, by the end of our lesson, you will be able to express your daily routine, to talk about your daily routine, identify specific details in a given conversation. So you will be given a conversation, and you will elicit specific details, specific information. You will develop a conversation about the internet. So you will talk to someone in your family or your friends about the internet. This is what we are going to do today. If we're looking at the homework, I told you to do your homework on page 9. So I gave you this homework not only to answer these questions using the adverbs of frequency or expressions of frequency. I also gave it to you to practice how to pronounce do you as one word. So do you usually sleep late on the weekend? Do you generally do your homework in the afternoon? Do you sometimes watch TV with your family? Do you often chat online with your friends? If I ask you, let's have a conversation between us. If I ask you these questions, think about your routine. Think about how you spend your day. Do you usually sleep late in the weekend? So think about yourself in the weekend. Do you sleep late? So you can say, using adverbs of expressions, can you remind me of some of the adverbs of expressions? Often, excellent. What else? We have never, rarely, usually, sometimes, excellent. These are some of the adverbs of frequency. So you can use any, depend on how frequent you do these things. So you can say, I usually sleep late, or I rarely sleep late. You can use depending on your answer. Any of these answers are correct based on your lifestyle. The second question, do you generally do your homework in the afternoon? So when do you do your homework? Do you do it in the morning, evening? When do you do it? Think. Will you say, I generally do my homework in the afternoon or in the evening? Okay? So question 3, do you sometimes watch TV with your family? So when you watch TV, do you do it with your family or alone? You can say, excellent, sometimes I watch TV with my family, or I rarely watch TV, excellent. The question 4, the last one, do you often chat online with your friends? So how often do you chat? Do you chat online with your friends, or you text them? You chat. How often? Do you use computers or your smartphones? Some of you are using PS5. They're chatting while they are playing games. Excellent. So think about your lifestyle and then answer these questions. I'm sure you have done it. So let's see the answers together. Here, instead of usually, the answer I wrote here, this is not the only answer you can use. You can use answers depending on your lifestyle. I rarely sleep late on the weekend. For 2, I said I always do my homework in the afternoon, or change it in the morning, whatever you, depending on your lifestyle. For question 3, from time to time, I watch TV with my family. Or you can say, I watch TV with my family from time to time. Also, you can say, for question 4, I chat online with my friends all the time. Okay? These are the answers for our homework that we have done, all of you, I'm sure, since last class. If we look at this picture, all of us, look at it. I posted this picture to make you think about your daily routine. From the beginning of your day, when you wake up, what do you do? Think about the things that you do. When do you do it? How often do you do it? You can say, I wake up, you brush your teeth, you pray, you dress up, you arrange your bed. Think about you have your breakfast, and then think about these things, okay? Your daily routine. And then we will, if you are already have like a map of the things, like this map of the things that you do, and then we can answer these questions, which is in page 6 in your book. Can you open your books, page 6? So here he wants you to talk about your daily routine. He has some questions. How much time do you spend? He wants to know the duration. Like you say, I wake up, brush my teeth. How long do you spend brushing your teeth? 2 minutes. Some of you are saying 1 minute, but the proper timing is 2 minutes. So think about the things and how long do you do it. Here there are some questions. We will do it together. How much time do you spend on your homework? Do you do your homework every day or 5 times a week, for example? So you can say, and how long do you spend doing the homework? Do you spend 2 hours, 1 hour? Think about the question. So how can we answer this question? How much time do you spend? You can say I, then we look for the verb is, I spend. But before we use spend, we learn the adverbs of frequency. So you can use, before spend, you can use the adverbs of frequency. You can say usually, always, never, rarely, depend on your lifestyle. So you can say, I usually spend. We have the adverb frequency, we usually put it before the main verb, which is spend, okay? So you can say, I usually spend 2 hours on my homework. This is how we answer this question. What if I ask you another question? How much time do you spend on the phone? How much time do you spend on the phone? You can say, think. You spend maybe in the morning, you call your friends, in the afternoon, you call your parents, for example. So check the duration. How long do you think you spend on the phone? You can say, I always spend around 2 hours every day. Or you can say, some people, they don't use it every day. They use it once a week. Give me your sentences. How much time do you spend? I spend 1 hour every day. I rarely use my phone. Excellent sentence. So depend on your lifestyle, you answer this question, okay? The third one here, how much time do you spend on the internet? Think, do you use the internet a lot? Do you use it every day? Okay, so you use it every day. How often do you use it? Twice a day? So you said every day, twice a day. How often? 3 times a day, depending on you. Excellent. So do you spend 1 hour, 2 hours? I'm hearing 4 hours. 4 hours a day, it's a lot. But if you use it for your studying, then it's a balance. You can use it for homework and chatting or gaming or whatever. Okay, how much time do you spend in the shower? So when you take a shower, how much time do you spend? Tell me. 5 minutes? 15 minutes? Excellent. So this is the amount you spend in the shower, okay? How much time do you spend shopping? Think, when you go shopping, how long do you stay out to shop? Excellent. I spend 2 hours. I spend 3 hours. I spend 30 minutes. Excellent, excellent. So how much time do you spend exercising? Do you do exercises? How much time do you spend exercising? 30 minutes? 10 minutes? For me, if I'm talking about myself, I rarely exercise. Okay, excellent. How much time do you spend with your family? Do you sit with your family every day? Do you spend time with them? So how much time do you spend with your family? All the time? No, you have to spend more time with your family. So the last question we have here in About You, how much time do you spend with your friends? You said, I heard someone said, I rarely spend time with my family. Do you spend a lot of time with your friends? You do. How much time do you spend? 3 hours? 2 hours? I rarely spend time with my friends, so it depends. I think with the online, this year is better, but I think the lower grades, they are struggling. They can't see their friends because they are online. You are lucky. You can go to schools this year, alhamdulillah. So if we look at the second part, so we said use these adverbs of frequency. I usually spend 3 hours every week to answer these questions. Yes? So you can say, I always spend 3 hours, or I often spend 3 hours to answer. Use the adverb of frequency to answer these questions we have talking about, okay? Can we now open our books? Page 7, please. Okay. In your book, you have a different picture than this one. Okay. Can you describe the picture you're seeing in front of you? You're seeing 2 men here. Sorry, ignore this one. So you have 2 men in front of you. Where do you think they are sitting? Where are they? Sitting where? In a cafe? Yes. What do you think they are friends? Do you think they are brothers? Maybe friends, maybe brothers. We don't know. We will see when we see the conversation together. So what is the difference? We see a man wearing red clothes, and the other one is wearing a green shirt. What is the difference? If you look at the green shirt, what is he holding on his hand? Excellent, he's holding his cell phone. What about the other guy? What do you think his lifestyle is? Do you think he loves internet? No. Yes. Excellent. No, he doesn't. What do you think he loves? Look at the muscles. Yes, he exercised. So do you think he exercised a lot? I agree. So we have 2 people there. We will discover more about their lifestyle depending on the conversation. So we try to guess how do they live. how their lifestyle, but we will make sure, inshallah, when we hear the audio together. Okay? Okay, Bismillah.
Majid. How often do you go to the gym, Omar? I work out every day, except weekends. I'm a bit of an exercise freak, Majid. Exercise turns me off, Omar. Anyway, what are you doing now, Majid? I'm checking my email, Omar. How much time do you spend on the internet? Majid. A lot. I take my smartphone with me, wherever I go. My friends say that my smartphone is really my best friend. You see, I can access the internet almost everywhere.
Okay. Okay, we heard the conversation between two men, Majid and Umar. Okay? I think it's better if I read the conversation again to make it clearer for all of you. Look at the pictures and hear me read the conversation. Think, who is Majid and who is Umar? Majid, is he the one on green or is he Umar? So think based on the way they talk, okay? Majid, how often do you go to the gym? Umar, I work out every day except weekends. I'm a bit of an exercise freak. Notice the highlighted words in blue, okay? Notice how I pronounce it. Majid, exercise turns me off. Umar, anyway, what are you doing now? Majid, I'm checking my email. Umar, how much time do you spend on the internet? Majid, a lot. I take my smartphone with me whenever I go, wherever I go. My friends say that my smartphone is really my best friend. You see, I can access the internet almost everywhere, okay? Let's look at the first one in blue here, exercise freak. When someone says, I'm a bit of an exercise freak, he exercises a lot, he loves exercise. It means he is doing it a lot. He is an exercise freak. He's obsessed with exercising. He cares about exercising a lot. Yes? What about turns me off? Majid said, exercise turns me off. Why do you think he said, when he said exercise turns me off, does he like it? Does he like exercising? No, excellent. He doesn't like it. He said it turns me off. That means he's not interested in exercising. Excellent. طيب, Umar, he said, after Majid said exercise turns me off, he said anyway. Why did he use anyway? What are you doing now? Anyway, he used it to, excellent, to change the subject, to talk about something else. Because Majid started to talking about exercising in a negative way, where he doesn't like exercising. So Umar, he wanted to change the subject, to change it to a conversation Majid will be interested in, okay? So let's look at the last one here. You see, why did he say you see? He used it to make him be aware, to grab his attention. You see, you know. Yes, he used it to make him pay attention on what he will say next. Excellent. So who is Majid and who is Umar? The one in green, who do you think is he? Is he the exercise freak or the internet freak? Excellent. The one in green, he is the internet freak. Is he Majid or Umar? He is Majid. The one in green is Majid. Excellent. So Umar is the one who likes exercise. Okay. Okay. So if you look at your books, page 7, we have this last part from the conversation. A lot. I take my smartphone with me wherever I go. My friends say that my smartphone is really my best friend. You see, I can access the internet almost everywhere. How do you think Umar will reply? Which answer from these 4 answers, which answer you think he will use? Good. Maybe number 1, we will see. So maybe Umar will say, I prefer to exercise my body, not my thumb. Do you think Umar will answer that way? You have your opinion. Maybe he will, maybe he doesn't. He will not answer this way, yeah? So the second one, I only use my computer to send and receive email. He means he doesn't agree with Majid of using a smartphone. He said, I only use computer to send emails. I don't use a smartphone. Maybe he will answer that way. Okay? 3, I don't have a cell phone. I don't want people calling me all the time. He doesn't like people to contact him all the time. He prefers a quiet time, exercise time without calls. Okay? Or you can write your own idea. What do you think? If you don't like any of these 3 answers, what do you think he should reply? How do you think he should reply? Okay, think about it. As we said, we have, I think this one you can find it in blue in the page 7. Real talk. We have exercise freak. What does it mean? As we said, someone who exercises a lot. He is interested in exercising. He exercises a lot. When you turn someone off, turn me off, turn him off. So when you use this word, that means you are not interested at all. That means you are not fond of, you don't love or you're not fond of this activity, for example. Anyway, when do we use? Anyway, it's like a transition word. It's a word to introduce a change in topic. A transition words, that mean a word. We use it to change the subject from one topic to another, okay? Anyway, we are changing the topic. We are changing the conversation, the way the conversation is going. You see is a phrase, we use it to introduce an explanation. You want the listener to pay attention of what you are saying next. You see to explain more, to make him pay attention more, okay? So let's see also in your page 7 about the conversation. Does Umar exercise a lot? Look at the conversation. Does Umar exercise a lot? Yes. Why do you think he exercises a lot? What did he say? He used the word exercise freak. Excellent. He said, I'm an exercise freak. So yes, he does. The second question, does exercise turn Majid off? Did he say anything about exercising? Yes, he said it turns me off. He's not interested. Excellent. He's not interested in in exercising. Yes. 3, does Majid spend a lot of time on the internet? So Majid, do you think he spent a lot of time in the internet? He said something in the conversation. Yes, he does. He said, I use it, using my cell phone. He used it a lot. He texts a lot, chat a lot. Excellent. Why can Majid check his email frequently? Why do you think it's easy for him to check his email? Good, excellent, because he has it on his phone. It's easier to access, easier than a laptop, easier than a computer, yes? Excellent. So let's check the answers together. So does Umar exercise a lot? Yes, he does. He works out every day except weekends. And also he said, I'm an exercise freak. 2, does exercise turn Majid off? Yes, it does, as we said. 3, does Majid spend a lot of time on the internet? Yes, he does. 4, why can Majid check his email frequently? He has a smartphone and he can access the internet almost everywhere. He can check his emails and chat wherever he goes. Okay? So now let's try to create a conversation. Okay? You have to find someone in your house to interview. You will talk about the internet. How often do you use an internet? I think it's an interesting topic for all of us. So think, to ask this question, you can ask how frequency. When we ask about frequency, what do we say? How often? How often do you use the internet? When we ask about number of hours, how much time do you spend? Excellent. Why do you use it? What is the reason? For studying, working, gaming, excellent, whatever reason you have. 4, type of connection. Do you use your phone? Do you use your computer? What do you use to connect or use the internet? Where? Where do you use the internet? Everywhere? Inside your house? In your room? Think about how to ask and answer this question. Pause the video and try to write a conversation. Asking questions, these prompts are here to help you, okay? So here, some of the answers. Frequency, that's mean every day. I use it every day, the internet, 3 hours a day I spend. I use it to study. I use my computer. I use it at home, okay? This is an example of a conversation. How often do you use the internet? I use the internet every day. How much time do you spend on the internet? I spend 3 hours. You spend 3 hours doing what? I mainly study and chat with my friends. You chat using what? My phone. So we have covered, I think, here only 4. You don't have to cover, but as long as it's a good conversation, then you are okay. For your homework, please do the exercises in page 91. We have listened to a conversation. We carefully elicited the details from there and answered the questions related to the exercise. And inshallah, tomorrow we will do the reading part. Best of luck, inshallah. Thank you for listening and see you next class, inshallah.